we are leaving the hotel and we'll go to the Swamiji's cottage in the Thousand Island Park. It's a wonderful hotel. We stayed and we enjoyed our sleep and also the breakfast. And now we are leaving. It's a beautiful weather. Everything is all right. Now only we want to meditate on Swamiji and his words. The last man, Sachin, is coming.
शिव ओंकार हर शिव ओंकार भज शिव ओंकार हर शिव ओंकार नाथ भोले महाशंभो हर 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 महादेव नाथ भोले महाशंभो हर 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 महादेव नाथ भोले महाशंभो
विवेकानन्दते प्रभाते प्राञ्जलि विवेकानन्दते प्रभाते प्राञ्जलि मुमुक्षादर्शिता विहंसां धावनै विनयिकां पादुकां नितान्तोन्मत्तवत् समानां देहि मे मुमुक्षां मद्गुरो विवेकानन्दते प्रभाते प्राञ्जलि विवेकानन्दते प्रभाते प्राञ्जलि गुरोरं युत्पले समात्मानं ददो परीक्षान्
मूर्तमहेश्वरम् उज्ज्वलभास्करम् इष्टमवरणरं वन्द्यम् मूर्तमहेश्वरम् उज्ज्वलभास्करम् इष्टमवरणरं वन्द्यम् वन्दे वेदतनुं पूजितगर्हित काञ्चनकामिनि बन्धम् वन्दे वेदतनुं पूजितगर्हित काञ्चनकामिनि बन्धम्
Following his appearance, clean.
This is going
At this point on the morning of August 7, 1895, we sat in deep meditation, final day of his historic stay at Thousand Island Park. Thousand islands now, island. The Swami and two disciples strolled about half a mile from the cottage where all for solitude, like Buddha boast, breathe. Still as a branch. That same thing.
Yeah.
We shall meditate.
I bless these thousand islands.
Very good. Swamiji sat somewhere here, maybe under this tree. See?
Guys, if you stand like this, your photos coming very nice. The light and everything. Sandeep here.
ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः ॐ
दीप्तनयनारविन्दं श्री स्वामी विवेकानन्दम् दीप्तनयनारविन्दं श्री स्वामी विवेकानन्दम् भारतवीर नरेन्द्रं त्वां वन्दे सिंहनिनादम्
In connection with the tabernacle from which Swamiji was debarred from speaking, a story is told by one who heard it from Miss Elizabeth Dutcher many years ago. One Sunday morning, Swamiji attended the services at the tabernacle with Miss Dutcher, as he may have done more than once. This Sunday, there was a special drive for funds, and before the collection was taken, the minister rhetorically exhorted the members of the congregation to give all they had in their purses and pockets. When the collection plate came to Swamiji, he quietly put into it several silver dollars, a very large donation in those days, when 10 cents was usually and 50 cents munificent. Miss Dutcher was aghast. "Why did you give so much?" she whispered. Swamiji looked at her with surprise. "That man said to give all we had with us," he replied. "This is what I had."
So really. At the tabernacle of the Thousand Island Park, exactly the same where Swami Vivekananda came, saw, sat, almost so many days, because his cottage was so close. The description about the tabernacle that has been given, it is exact same. It is really thrilling experience. They have not changed the benches, they have not changed the wooden floor, and nothing. So this is really very unique. And the both sides is open to the green. And when we were reading the description and standing over here, we felt that as if we are in the time of Swami Vivekananda.
The cottage was simplicity itself, and typical of many others in the park. One entered from the front porch into a small rectangular parlor about 9 by 15 feet, that one, whose windows looked out over the south veranda into the trees. Adjoining it was a slighter wider second parlor or dining room, most of whose light came through the open archway between the two rooms. Alongside this was a small shed-like kitchen which Miss Dutcher had added after the cottage was built. At the front end of the second parlor, a narrow enclosed staircase outside there led to the upper floor. The narrow Here normally there would have been 2 bedrooms, one on either side of a narrow hallway. But Miss Dutcher had chosen to divide these rooms into 4 small cells to accommodate her guests. That was all there was of the cottage before the summer of 1895. Except for the wide verandas which ran along the front and side that faced the river. The long veranda. An outside staircase led to the upper veranda for the benefit perhaps of the villagers which came from time to time in neighborly fashion to see the view. Today the trees surrounding the cottage hide the river, but such was not the case in 1895, for some 40 years earlier the then owner of the park side had thoroughly lumbered its rich forest until by 1864 there was only pasture land and areas covered by the brush. The trees had grown up again but slowly. By the 1890s, the tallest tops of the maples, elms and oaks on the slope below Miss Dutcher's cottage were barely on a level with the second floor. Thus, the upper verandas were the highest lookouts in the park.
Om Tat Sat Om. Wake up the note, the song that had its birth, far off where worldly taint could never reach, in mountain caves and glades of forest deep, whose calm no sigh for lust or wealth or fame could ever dare to break, where rolled the stream of knowledge, truth, and bliss that follows both. Sing high that note, Sannyasin Bo.
From here, we will now go back to New York. It was a wonderful experience over here, and everything is so quiet, calm, serene, and we enjoyed our visit. We pray to Swamiji so that his blessings is always on us, and also those who will be coming over here, may they be inspired by Swamiji. Jai Swami Vivekananda Ji ki Jai.
Strike off thy fetters, bonds that bind thee down, of shining gold or darker, baser ore. Love, hate, good, bad, and all the dual throng. No slave is slave caressed or whipped not free. For fetters, though of gold, are not less strong to bind. Then off with them, Sannyasin Bo. Say Om Tat Sat Om.
This is our last end of the journey, we can say. We are back in New York, and then again, after attending the memorial, the service, we will be back this night itself to Chicago. It was a wonderful journey. All were happy, healthy, and till now, at least, there was no problem from any point. And I must thank Goddess Durga for giving us all protection. Thank you very much.
Jaya
airport. We'll be touching down. There's a wonderful trip that we had, constantly, almost all the time, utilizing the time by discussing about the spirituality. That is really very good. And in the future also, if God wills, we'll have this type of experience. Jai Hind, Jai Hind.